Imprint training, yes. The idea that baby horses should be imprinted is terrible. I think it should be completely stopped. And nobody should support that. Imprint training is harmful. And Warwick Schiller did a great video on that, on how he released some imprint training, the stress of imprint training. And it was a fantastic video. Everybody should watch it. Because what he did is I'll tell you what he did actually, and this will encourage you to watch it, but 100% agree with this, there was some imprint training done on a baby, and he felt, for some reason I'm not going to say whether he assessed this correctly or not, I expect he did, that this foal had held that imprint training in, because essentially imprint training is where you take a baby horse and you pin it down and you do all kinds of stuff with it. Well, that's not how horses' brains work. When they do get pinned down, they usually think they're going to die. And so even if you do all that imprinting, as friendly as the person would like to think that they aren't. The horse doesn't perceive it that way. They're horses. They're not humans. You don't get to do that. You don't even get to do that to a human. Nobody would do that to a human baby. Like your baby popped out. Doctor's like, okay, we're just going to hand it over to the plastic bag lady, and she's going to pin your baby down and rub your baby with a piece of plastic for a little while. Is that cool? And you're like, yeah, imprint training is cool. I really want my baby to like me. So can you please do that? Nobody says that. Nobody does that with a human. Why would you do it with a horse? He takes this baby, and it's still small enough, and he holds it tight until the baby struggles, and he lets go immediately, and the baby takes off. And his idea is that, she's now or I think it was a she. The horse had now been allowed to get the response that it should get when it struggles, and to release sort of that stress, release that possibly pent up energy. I'm not really sure exactly. I'm not going to try to define it perfectly here, but I do think that it's important that we do not ever, you wouldn't do it to an adult horse. You shouldn't do it to an adult horse. So there's no reason to do it to a baby. There's no reason. Annie has never, this is Annie, right here. Annie has never had imprint training, but she is the cuddliest little love bug you could imagine. She's come from some range from somewhere. Nobody imprint trained her, and she's fantastic. She came here. I was quite quickly able to get rid of all of her ticks, which were gross, by the way. Ugh. No imprint training. So I'm 100% against it. I really like what Warwick did. I think everybody should just take a look at that and, critically think it through. I'm sure not everything was perfect, but it was an idea that I think is sound. Does it have an effect? I'm not sure, but we'd hope it would. At the very least, it maybe had taken out that experience of being imprinted to be like, well, when I fight, when I try to get away from something and I succeed, that's a really good thing. It's a good thing for the mind. We all want to be able to escape hard, adverse times. The situations that we feel very uncomfortable in. If we can't leave, that sticks with us. Take, for example, say something simple, like you went to a concert and you were down on the floor, and it's, a good song comes on or whatever, and everybody stands up and you're getting squished and mushed and everything, and you can't leave. You can't get out. You're getting squished. It's uncomfortable. You're starting to yell out. Nobody can hear you, and you just want to get out of there, but you can't because there's too many people. You just have to wait for that stupid song to end for you to finally be like, and then you leave, right? You get out and you go to the bathroom and maybe you'd get in your car and just go home. Who knows? That experience would never be good. It wouldn't have taught you anything. So that's enough about imprinting, I guess. Holy smokes, went on forever.